Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Obor Jr., and today I'm here to talk to you about how to adopt a winner's diet. In today's lesson, I'm going to essentially be breaking down in three easy and simple ways how to essentially reframe your mentality and transition from living a life of a drifter to being able to be the person that you want to be, even if you've not yet become that person yet. I say all that to say this is going to be broken up into three pieces. Piece number one, we're going to talk about identifying where you are at currently. Number two is going to be us transitioning to identifying to what success would look like for the version of yourself that you want to become. And lastly, version or part three is going to be us talking about how to be versus how to act. So without further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, what is a winner's diet? Well, I'm glad you asked. A winner's diet is essentially a diet cognizant of the person, place, or thing that you want to become in the future. When most people think of a winner's diet, they think of food and they think of the things that they put into their body. But in reality, a winner's diet is a way of life. And a winner's diet is being able to eat and consume, not eat, but to be able to consume the things cognizant of where you want to become. For example, if I am interested in becoming a real estate agent, my winner's diet would be consumed, or it would consist of consuming content and knowledge and information and wisdom that is cognizant to what a real estate agent's life is. So I would consume so much information about real estate that if you were to ask me anything, even if it had nothing to do with real estate, I would initially just want to talk about real estate. So I say all that to say, being able to identify where you're at is the first step, because you have to be realistic in the sense of you have to be real with yourself and keep and articulate where you are without any type of bias, without any type of standard. Because at the end of the day, the laws of success do not care about where you're at right now. So in order to reverse engineer your way to where you want to be, you have to know where you're at. I say that to say the next step in the next phase in being able to adopt the winner's diet is identifying what success looks like. So for said person who wants to be a real estate agent, identify what the character traits and what the values and what the perspective of a person who is a real estate agent that you respect. Identify what that looks like. Break it down. You should be able to articulate to yourself who that version or who that person is without necessarily having a name or a face to those traits and to those attributes. So identifying what success looks like. And you can also use this in reference towards where you currently at. So if you articulate what you're and where you're currently at in bullet points, also whenever you're doing the phase two, articulate the type or the version of yourself that adopts a winner's diet that is cognizant to being a real estate agent. I say all that to say, make sure that the bullet points list what success looks like to you, not necessarily what success looks like to Bill, Bob, or Sam. Next, and to complete this, you need to be able to be, not act. See, there's a complete difference between acting like something, acting like a person, acting like a thing or a place or a concept versus actually being. See, acting, that person has not truly realized that they are that individual. See, a person who acts, that's not who they are truly. So a person who acts, it doesn't come off as authentic. It comes off as this person is trying versus a person who is, the person just does. The person has it ingrained into them mentally, morally, intellectually, and emotionally. So when certain things happen, a person who is disciplined is not going to act disciplined. A person who's disciplined, a person who is clean, if they see trash, they don't have to pretend that they're going to pick up the trash and pretend that they're disciplined. They're just going to pick it up. So I say all that to say, that is in 5 minutes or less how to adopt a winner's diet. Never look down on anybody unless you're willing to give them a hand to help them out. It's Lucky, and I'm out.